Arrive and that's just how it kickstart. Name isn't Johnson, but big star. Big guy, skill shot. Ladies love how he can sing, plus he know his way around the clock. Mama Naro got the keeper, just so we never gon' sleep, huh? Wait till I get mama deeper. If it's stood up to sue for my brothers who wedding for times, I'll be killing it broke too. I'll be busy preparing the speech for my Grammy with verses, be thought they got popes too. I'll be high as a wave, high as a hay, high as a motherfucking airplane. Down at the bottom, so I like a great. But I'm a demo, I know I'm a grader.
Hello, I come back. BM Kwame, DJ Kwame _ I've missed you guys. I'm back in the building. And the international melanin is here.
Chocolate Yagabani.
Mama.
Alang gosh, alang. I show like 50 million with chocolate my mom or mom. But you still tune into the Mancave Express. Thank you very much for keeping up with us and keep on viewing our stuff and all that in Sese Corner. Kuma social media platforms, don't forget. Before we start, guys, I'm a subscriber, akupugile, thank you. But I'm a views I thank kwata mina and parts gahlale ntole. I'm a subscriber akupuga mara ma views I. Why is that?
Na subscriber and bugile.
Labantu laba subscriber kuphela basabukeli bayishinjalo. So keep up the views. Yeah, as
you see, we are not a complete team. Every duo or every group, for some way, somehow. Yeah. We're like part of Mafiki's Olo. I wasn't here last week. This one is not here this week. Maybe next week he's not here. You know? Nah, man. He's got an important job interview that he went to that he can't miss. So good luck for him, you know.
Yeah, all the best in Ghana. We know that you're going to represent us very well.
He's not leaving the show though. He's gonna tell them he needs to record the show. Anyway, that's what LB is about. Keep following him on show LB Love.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be back hopefully next week. But we're here keeping the fort and making sure he's in Tozesa. Before we start, I need to apologize. I was not in the country to come record this.
Okay.
Yeah, so I apologize for my absence last week, but Chris held it down. It was dope.
Chris Merapi's name kaze last week in Zwile. Last week yo. Yabona tanga nyangena ne.
Ninkoshile last week. Ningonile.
Nyangena ne. Ay maru Chris ntwana. Ay Chris bekanika lenji power ntwana. Oh, shite ngibathe bathu Chris uthi wa. Ngibathe bathi lang pressa le u Chris u pressa mi. Mang pressa le u Chris u pressa.
So, ubani uthoqa shot?
Oh, yeah, later.
Oh, okay.
I need to disclose, while I was editing, I thought I almost saw X's nuts. At some point. I don't know what was happening, X, my nigga, but your pants were a little bit too open there, my nigga.
And that's the voice of the Prince _Dawn. Is it _ the Dawn?
Prince
_ the Dawn.
There. There.
And the Dawn. The Dawn.
I never cares about the Dawn.
Yeah, I know. Now we went to school.
Begmele City the Dawn.
The Dawn.
I'm not trying to find shots.
We're just saying, eh?
Anyway, how is school though? Are you guys writing my exam? Like I know you're doing a conscious-based education. Do you sit down for the exam or it's nhlala phansi na meditate?
Nhlala phansi na meditate before so the exam. I'll get the exam room. Yes, ga matric mabathi awungeni in IT exam room.
Sorry, it's been over 10 years.
Yeah, mara ga matric awungeni ngaphandle kwe IT yakho ngisho before uzobhala. So nathi before uzobhala exam awungeni ngaphandle kwe meditation.
Okay. So they must see you meditate.
Yeah, you must be at program and then afterwards you go and write. They believe that when you have made, but I also, on my side, I also believe it's a good thing, because now it helps you refresh your mind. Whatever that you studied yesterday, you're collecting your thoughts back into whatever that you're going to write. So it's a good thing either way. But people feel like, because others at my school, if you're new, others confuse meditation with sleeping. So they
I understand.
So others sleep there. Yeah. And then when they go to an exam they fail, they don't understand. And then I come back, I pass while we both meditated, but they forgot Guti. Yeah, and they didn't transcend. Remember, when you meditate, you transcend. When you sleep, you dream.
Okay.
So there's a difference.
When you wake up, you need to break the fast.
Thandela zona lezi. Thandela zona lezi.
Okay.
Thandela zona, yabo.
No, it's exam season, so people. So you've done normal schooling, and you've done this conscious-based schooling. Do you think?
I'm still doing the normal schooling.
Yeah. Do you think it's important that people need to practice this meditation before they do?
Definitely. I'm one person who's. I'm about to become an advocate for this thing.
How does it help you?
On my side, it has helped me from an emotional aspect on how to deal with the stress that comes with your books in general. Exam season can be very frustrating, Chance. It can be very frustrating. It's the whole year, remember? And you have to remember everything from January.
Yeah.
Kumbula, you're not remembering not just June.
I see, like it tested go section. Module 3 and 4.
It's the whole module. So now you have to remember each and everything, right? And remember, if your mind is not trained enough to memorize stuff or to remember stuff, you're in deep shit. Trust me, you're in deep shit. Because
I saw somewhere, right? There's a video I watched.
Yeah.
Someone was actually debating against that.
Yeah.
Or the day and age of people having to memorize information is dead. Because information is accessible on our phones.
Definitely.
Like, it's...
In King, I go exam room on getting the phone.
Like, think about it this way, right? You can go to your iPhone. There's kids right now going to learn about Nelson Mandela and what. You can literally go in 2 minutes, right? Go onto your phone and search for the same information and get it within 2 minutes.
Definitely.
And you will know exactly what happened. As opposed to studying for 6 months and then having to write an exam. So why are we still forced? This is what's the opinion of the guy.
Yeah.
Why are we still forced to actually remember things when information is just accessible like that?
The thing is, I think also it's the applying of the knowledge that's really important. And as much as I understand what where he's coming from, is that there is access of information, but there is not a lot of people looking for it. Right? One. And number two, what I'm mostly against, which kind of happens when you get to varsity, you kind of notice when it gets to varsity, is that in varsity they're like, this is this is what we are teaching you. How can you better explain this? And what we said. But at school, it's basically they train you. How did we explain what business is? You need to basically define it the same way we told you. So what you think business is doesn't really matter. What the textbook said, that's what needs to be said. But in varsity, that changes a bit. They really trying to change. How do you think?
Hence the
business is?
The whole plagiarism thing. They're strict on that.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
So that's the problem with that, because if you answer basically in your own words, it's school. It's wrong. Even if the explanation is correct, that's a difference. So that works basically in varsity works different, and I think that works better. But and then there is like that whole like in the American schools and all the other stuff where their question papers is basically a true or false column A, column B kind of situation, unless they're only writing the essays and stuff.
International exams are like that.
You get what I'm saying? That makes you be a critical thinker in the writing perspective of it. But in essay, we haven't gotten to that point.
Hence, that's why I'm studying international.
It's in Jamatot.
I didn't opt for international studies just in J, but I thought about this from a deeper level, because I thought, Uguti, if Nzoe UJ, right? AUJ, they teach me, yes, they have a standard value according to world standard, but they won't dwell that much on how whatever that I'm learning now relates to the whole world.
Okay.
Whatever they are learning, they relate it mostly to what is happening to our environment.
Okay.
Most of the time. So it's not from a global thinking perspective. So if you're doing economics, most of the assignments that you're going to be given are assignments that do not dwell on the like the aspects of economy, yonke, like world economy.
No, I disagree.
Yeah, essential in depth. They do.
Because I have a friend who's doing a master's yake, right?
We are so going level, phela manje.
My friends are doing
degree.
My friends are doing
good degree levels. I've
got friends about my professor, dog.
Accountant.
Like I've been out of school for 10 years, dog. So like, you must imagine, they have a lot of things. I've got CAs as friends, dog. I've got a doctor. And then I'm going to DJ. Put your hands up in the air. Yeah. People are changing the world. You know when good
Shaka saplang.
We could check now I'm like, what's your reunion is called, and it's interesting.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's the I think you learn. I think after every level has a layer of how they do things.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with learning.
And this is midterm exam.
Nice, fantastic.
And that's why it's all about Chinese.
Okay.
That's why it's all about cancel.
Anyway, have you guys noticed Uguti Ama shops this year have been shy on the Christmas decor? Like around this time, like Ama shops, they are filled with Christmas, everything, carols.
Valentine.
I went to Checkers in Mall of Africa on Sunday.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, the only thing I saw was a Christmas tree. A small Christmas tree on top of it.
They're usually the first one.
Yeah, no, there was nothing. And I'm like, maybe it's not November yet, because around October, November, that's when you start seeing them.
From the 1st of November, that's when you start seeing these things. But yeah,
Tina, back in the day, we didn't celebrate Halloween. No?
Penny,
yeah,
from penny.
It used to be like from October, September, October. We just know about Christmas.
Yeah.
Now this thing of Halloween, it only started recent.
But you also think, when we're getting to that, do you also think this new age parenting, we are skipping Guy Fawkes for Halloween? We're trading one for the other. Because I know, in my hood, they did celebrate Guy Fawkes, but it wasn't as
much as. Yeah.
But my friends who live not far from my hood, I dare say in the burbs, did celebrate Halloween. And I did go to a Halloween party. I didn't go to a Guy Fawkes bash.
What was the scariest?
No, it wasn't scary. Because I think they also took the international, the US way of Halloween, where it's not scary, it's just characters. Like a lot of people were dressed like Squid Game characters. Some were dressed like their favorite Elvis, Michael Jackson. It wasn't like they were dressed as vampires and whatnot.
You don't have a budget to just put a blanket and say you're a ghost.
Simple. Simple.
I don't think it will fly in SA. That scary shit. Something.
But don't you think? But I think as in Maushal and Halloween, and then you pull up with a Sangoma thing there. I think it would be offensive.
To whom?
To Zango.
Why?
Very, very offensive.
Why?
I don't know, but it would be offensive. Trust me.
But I'm aspiring to look like this person.
Halloween.
But that's how the US works around it. It's like an aspiration of who you like, the character, your favorite character.
Yeah, your favorite.
So if your favorite character is Makosi,
you go Makosi on that shit.
How? Maybe I'm not dressed like Makosi. I'm dressed like who's that guy? Leon Schuster. Is it Leon Schuster? Yes, when he does the Zulu in my
Zulu on my stoop.
Is it Zulu in my stoop? The Matlosi one way he goes. Mr. Bones. When he dressed like Mr. Bones. Yes, maybe I'm dressed like Mr. Bones. I mean, it's not a bad thing. Correct.
Still character.
You can send us a WhatsApp on 071-575-9895. And you can also go on Instagram. This is the Kitchen Podcast _20. That's where you can catch us. If you want to comment, have a conversation with us, interact, give us suggestions of some of the topics you want us to talk about as Mancave Express.
And some live chats, guys.
Add some live chats.
I love the comments, but I also want to see some
live chats, man.
Yeah, Pella, we'll premiere our stuff, Pella. Yeah. We must feel exclusive.
But as long as Kuluma and sees.
Why?
It's fine.
Yeah. No.
Miss about premiere, you must.
I did move with the premiere just recently.
I'm for down, that's why I don't think I'm a premiere. But guys, as vaccine, as voting.
That was involved.
No.
Include yourself.
How can't you vaccinated? Yeah, vaccinated, no too.
Thank you.
Hey, mina guys, there's still a lot.
Stubborn.
And stubborn, but the vaccine, no. But the vote, no. But later and after long into no.
Well, it's Christmas is what you know.
No, but let's say no. But if any guys, don't you think we would be a celebrator like the core community?
Wow, I don't explain. I don't know.
I'm sure, like according to me, well, that was not the initial idea. But since as we grew up and then there's the core community, I'm thinking it would be
the former woke people.
Yeah, it would be like that because obviously we as gents we dress as women.
Okay.
And women dress as men. That's what would happen back in the day.
Okay, folks.
Yeah.
Don't you dress like an older man?
Yeah, it's either older man,
like a nice character.
Yeah. That would be for women most of the time. Even for kids, they do that. But for women, you change into a man, and then for a man, you change into a woman. So I think if the concept was spread out in a manner that it is like Rainbow Month, it would be like that thing. That idea.
But also then this kind actually holiday guy folks. So I don't know if it's a holiday. So even in June 16 it's a holiday.
Yeah.
Don't you think guy folks abantu since bagqoka school uniform bonke?
School uniform.
June 16.
Oh, June 16. Yeah, Mariaban. Okay.
No?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Yes.
Anyway, let us know, like we said, on our number, that's 071-575-9895. Let us know if you think Ikai folks, June 16 is basically older people's Guy Fawkes.
Yeah. 96 Guy Fawkes. Somewhere that type of way. Yeah, guys, but think about it.
So we asked on our WhatsApp, and we asked on our page, we asked people questions regarding change, right? Because we all know we actually came from elections where we had a chance to change what we're not happy with or keep what we're with, and some of the people continue warning.
Guys, inkinga ngani nina ma South Africans niyafana no Ami Faku anhlukanga ANC ifika ngithi I'm sorry my baby ngicela uxolo bona ma South Africans bacabanga ama 350 ngikuxolele my baby you didn't mean it. Guys, I'm disappointed. I'm not disappointed in these elections. That's why I'm avoid. I mean, I'm not playing. Me no shame. Nina, Niafana. That you know that ex. That you're as a pet boy.
Wait, do you know these people dug graves for us, dog?
That's why about Vusa Balen.
That's a good one. That's a fucking good one. Yo. Damn, come on. and then quickly you go to, yeah, guys.
Anyway, so we asked a couple of people who were willing to send Ama voice notes on the group. How do you guys feel about change? Right? Is change good, or sometimes change bad? Sometimes, as in, you don't need to change it. If you feel like it's not fixed, it's not broken, there's no need to fix it. So you don't need to change. So these are some of the opinions from people about it.
Change is inevitable.
Change is
inevitable.
Yeah.
It was good, Mancave. It's your boy Whip Kid.
Yay!
Webby!
Change is good. I don't like repeating things. I don't like staying in the same spot. Gets frustrating, gets boring.
Yeah.
Change is good. It challenges you to keep on growing, keep on learning, keep on bettering yourself.
Definitely.
And you get to know yourself more. But if things stay the same, there's some things where you'll never know how you actually will react to them or how you feel about them. So change is good. I'm with change all the time. It's like trying new things. That's fun.
Okay. What do you think? I think I have no problem with change.
Now I have no problem.
And I agree with them. Change makes you grow.
I also agree that we need to change. Like if it doesn't scare you, then yeah, you're not doing the right thing.
That's why I didn't vote.
But also, let me just talk about this thing. What if I'm content with what I want, with what I have, and I don't want to change? I'm happy.
I'm writing a forum. I'm ANC. 350.
Now when we went to school for economics, we know needs are limited. Once are you will never stop wanting.
No, but I mean that's what I'm saying. You can't develop into new love while you're still pursuing the current one you're looking for, right?
Okay,
so example, if you haven't reached your goals, you can't have other goals.
Then I would say that it's dependent on exactly what needs to change.
Yes. So is it the environment you're in needs to change, the people, that I would say.
Or
but
habits.
But
mostly, can I just say this? Mostly, it's habits. Most of the time, it's habits that push us back. Because most of the time, there are bad habits, specifically bad habits that people don't wanna let go. Now I have my own. I'm still working on them, but yeah, there are bad habits that people cannot let go. Like late coming, those things. There's a lot of bad habits that are there, and then people cannot reach their goals because they're not willing to sacrifice that habit at that time.
Okay.
But I don't think they're not willing. Some are just not aware.
So it's a matter of awareness.
Even awareness, I believe.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's dependent on the change, actually.
I think everybody you need to be conscious of what you need to change. Like, I think you can't tell somebody who is an alcoholic if he hasn't seen anything wrong with that. And I'm happy why will I change your
because Maga so bugati. Maga so
Hey, good morning, Mancave Express podcast. My name is Teresa, and yes, change is good because it always brings new things. So I'm one person who is a fan or who stands for change and transformation and new things. So change brings so much fun in our lives. Change is always about experiencing and going through new things. So I am for change, and at this time of my life, everything that I'm doing is all because of me allowing and opening a door for change. So I am a very open-minded person and a feminist. So I do allow a room for change. So in many aspects of my life, socially, economically, in any way. So yes, change is good, guys, and we just need a change because we've seen during the years change has been transforming things. So that's why I stand for change.
Yeah, please try to change. The first thing we need to change next time, please.
Location,
even if it's the toilet, it's fine, but Change the location next time.
They don't know how to value the people who like, give them bread. I mean, I'm like, it's fine. I understood every word. Change is good. You are a person that likes change because change brings transformation.
And she's open-minded.
When do you then say, this is not working?
I feel like when you feel like everything is very repetitive.
Then it is that time with this new thing that was new.
I need to
needs
sit
change.
down and I need to start asking questions, and I need to start coming up with answers for those questions, because once you don't have an answer for a question you ask yourself, then it means there's a problem there.
Yeah, so on my side, are you repeating the same thing and there's progress, or are you repeating the same thing and there's no progress?
What do you mean? How so?
There are things that you repeat, you do
Yeah.
consistently.
Yeah, so
You produce consistently.
Yes.
As you produce consistently, you evolve.
I get better, yeah.
You become better,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying,
Sure.
right? And then there's that thing, Oguti, you do it,
Sure.
but still, there's nothing. Like, Masmamela mapitso wako, so spegane mehlweni but you're still doing it. It's not like you're stopping, you're still doing it.
Sure.
You know. So, according to me, I feel like if it's repetitive, if you need to repeat the thing as much as you can, as long as there's progress and you're going forward with repeating
It's
that
fine.
thing, it's fine. But you're repeating and you see ukuthi ngithi 1 + 1 go calculate keep 3.
So you say basically what you're saying,
That's that.
AKA can continue sampling music and not do amapiano. It's fine because it does great samples. Okay.
That's done correct.
Vocalist njengoba bebamnyela manje ngale
List. Okay, asiphume
Asishare lapha, asiphume lapha.
le. Cut. What's
cut mara the reason vele ngenza ukuthi ukhuluma ngayo
No. He's saying nothing. Cut.
We all know that change is hard. Change is hard because your brain is wired to do the same thing over and over, regardless if that activity is good or bad for you. So we also know how challenging it can be to go through change, but the positive consequence is really awesome. So I fully believe change is good for anyone, even when it seems tough. You are learning and growing as a person. Change happens slowly, but it happens. So you are pushed out of your comfort zone. You get to experience more. So yeah.
Here's a question. Have you guys ever tried to change and do something else in whatever aspect of your life, and then you just get there and you're like, fuck, it was great where I come from? I regretted the change.
Let me think about it. Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
What
On my side, it's from a musical aspect. Prince knows no one knows my other records besides the records that I've recorded with Prince and after Prince. The reason behind that is because the only time I found a producer that understands and know how to work with my voice was with Prince and some other guy that produced my beats.
Okay.
Those are the only two people that know how to work with my voice. The other ones, they just leave my voice raw, dog. They left my voice raw, so I had to like.
But that's a very deep topic, because like producers aren't the same.
Yeah, producers aren't the same. That's what I'm saying. But yeah,
That's
it's my experience where I had to change. Things didn't work.
No, but what I mean is that change as in nyasugala, because I think I need to evolve as a person, and then when you change,
Who's
like,
the Prince?
you
Who's
messed
the
it
Prince?
up, and you messed it up.
He knows there was a song. There was a song. No, you know, this frustrates me a lot.
Yeah.
There was a song. There was a song whereby Prince had to produce that song. and finish everything with that song because he's the one who knows how to record me. He knows what he voice a manje melingene ku party pengoma.
No, in that I can't speak because
you can't.
Yeah.
You can't. You know,
but creative freedom.
Yeah.
Dog, yo. Le outing
I had a gig. I think it was a 6 months long gig. And then 2 months in and I was like, great. And I left that gig and then I stayed like the rest of the 6 months without gigging. And I was like, hey, should have kept on that thing. But also after that 6 months it ended, like the whole structure of the company. I think I knew Guti they were gonna it was gonna collapse, so I jumped ship earlier. But I think if I didn't jump ship earlier, I would have collected the rest of the 4 months now and still and build like a cool repertoire because it was cool. That also is a thing that I'm like, a change sometimes is not good. But sometimes we just take the risk and we jump into things and like, you know what, as some someone like
definitely
we've been broke before, man. We've been broke before.
I think
with me the one thing that I would have liked to change is that so I went to Boston to study media. Only for that diploma to not even work.
It's very true, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not using that diploma right now. And
no, you're lying. You're using it. You do produce, you do podcast now, you know.
But I would have been a sound engineer regardless of Boston.
Yeah,
because I've been doing that before Boston.
Okay.
You know, I've been doing that from high school. So being a sound engineer and recording shows and whatnot, I feel like that would have come eventually. You know.
Does they stay?
Well, so you should have taken another route where you have you kind of have a backup of whatever thing you want to do.
Yes.
No, I understand because I'm also trying to figure out to maybe finish my marketing degree or not, or do something else, or you know.
Leave that shit.
Yeah, leave marketing.
Leave that shit.
No, but I mean, but the thing is that, guys, I'm like thinking about it because I'm like, yeah, maybe I should have, because I have the same thing you're saying about my media diploma or thing at Boston, and I'm like, yeah. Also because now I'm also seeing a lot of people with nothing are just getting into the space, and I'm like,
no, I wish I would have went more on the IT route. At a younger age. Because right now I'm currently studying IT, but I feel like I would have been more active
then than now.
Back then than now.
Because now you're more occupied.
Like right now I'm occupied. I have to work. I have to hustle for money. I have to do all these things. Back then I was getting money from home, so it would have been easier to actually go through this course. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's one thing.
Lessons learned to teach our kids.
At least, yeah, my daughter has a few lessons from the uncles.
Okay, do you have more?
Yeah, we've got more voice notes here.
Let's hear them out.
There's another one.
To the Mancave Express podcast, my name is Mpho.
Hi, Mpho.
Change is good because you grow as a person.
Why is it so long?
Sharp Buzzard Buffet too.
That's fine.
Here all the way from KZN. You know, we just brought up in an environment where we're forced to think that change is good. You know, it's drilled in us that automatically, you know, you change places, everything's going to be good. But I just believe it goes both ways, Buffet. You know, sometimes change is good if it yields positivity, if it yields opportunities. You know, sometimes change is bad because it forces us to take steps that we might not be ready for. You know, so it just depends on the nature of the change, you know, and the reasoning behind the change. Wala.
Atasanotithile ukuthi amaZulu afundile akhuluma isilungu mnandi kanjani.
I agree with that, bro. I agree with him.
Definitely.
It comes from Mama Saint what?
Yeah.
Mama,
yeah.
He was schools, boy.
Yeah. Serious dog English.
About rugby and swimming.
Amalgamation.
Ila ukuthi masidlala ibhola khona abazali khona labo baba akusila baba labo lapha ekhaya labo baphuza ipi.
Bafocus.
Abazali. That's my daughter. That's my Asa. Oh, ikasi. Ntwana yam le, kani ntwana sister le. Sister yazi la beta ngwathi bethi ngicela ichoko ekuseni ningitshela ngale ntwana.
But he raised a very interesting point about how it's how we brought up with the thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what we automatically everybody is brought up with the feeling of what they need to change where they come from. So I need to go to school, work hard so I can change the living standards of my home. That's the first change we all come up with.
And not all of us.
But there's
now when available in the business key again, so it's fine.
I'm not saying I'm not talking for me.
So
for me,
I
it came
come
out.
from a household where my parents worked hard enough to get what they want. Right? I never really say it's my stuff.
Black tax, back taxes stuff. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they worked hard, but my dad looked at me and he was like, okay, so all of this is mine. I worked for this. So you need to build your own.
Your turn.
Your turn now.
Yeah.
You need to show me that you can do better. You know what I mean? So I didn't really grow up with like having friends who are like, you know, hyped up about business or ideas.
Yeah.
And, you know, my people I grew up around were actually very chill because they have very good support from home. You know what I mean? So manje, you're not driven unless someone actually comes to you and says, hey Baba, it's not this.
It's not.
You know what I mean?
When are you like, it's fine. It's whatever.
No, it was not like that.
To do clothes. Mina ngizobatla ngomswenko.
No, for me, Nami, the thing is my dad, Nami, he instilled that culture from my young age. That's why I'm like this today, because Wang Tata, and then he didn't want me to look at the family business. But I had to learn the family business so that in case.
So, mang problem yokungena endlini ngibiza wena.
Yeah, ngibhalele ntwana ngiyakwazi ukucela manje ngisespanish style. The thing is nambe kumele ngabe ngirich manje ntwana. Yeah, until I found God.
What's a God? Hey.
Upla God yabakhumbula abantu bakhe guys. So
what do you have there?
Repenting.
We have one more voice note.
Okay.
What's up, Mancave Express?
Hey, boss man.
The other half of the Mancave podcast. Yeah. To answer the question, change is good. Change is needed. Everybody needs change in their life. You can't be stuck in one place. You can't be in your comfort zone all the time. You need to step out of your comfort zone and accept all the challenges that come with the change. You know, whether it's good or bad, just face them head on. You know, you're gonna learn something new about yourself as well. What's up, Mancave Express?
Why did he cut?
No, beside that, guys.
Do you wanna get fired?
Guys,
no,
you'll get fired.
Do you wanna get fired? This is Tyler Perry you're messing with.
Don't mess with Tyler Perry.
You're messing with Tyler Perry,
Don't mess with Tyler Perry.
Bro.
We ran out of data bundles.
No, guys, remember, if you were listening, please make sure you listen to this last voice note carefully. And if you have been tuning in, Webkid, I know you're tuning in, you'll be tuning into the next one. Dog, make sure you listen to the sound we spoke about in the last episodes. You'll hear it. Remember the toot.
Umaki. Hey.
Aksumaki. Aye.
Umaki. Kimaki. Hey. Hey, wait.
Confirm.
Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry ukhuluma as a man. You must roll with the punches. If change needs to happen, change this to happen.
Yeah.
As a man.
A man faces change head on.
Head on.
A man must. Head on.
Must have a strong head.
Yeah, the man must have a strong head. I'm not sure he's the head of the house. We head.
I thought you meant the other head. Oh, but.
Yo! Oh shit! Damn!
Do some time.
Just a bonus topic for us, guys. When you take a yeah, wait. I'm being serious. I'm trying to be serious.
Okay, let me see proper. I want to see proper for this one.
Okay.
Sure.
So Moshe 69. Do you prefer to be a silent assassin or Shai 69? Like the whole neighborhood can hear you're taking a piss, boy. And I brought it up. Kwame was confused with this question.
I'm so confused.
Okay, so
I understand you.
Wait, hold on. I'm trying to understand if your whole neighborhood hears you. Monge they tell you to come and shout.
No.
No minye taxi shoot uminye from a taxi or passing bo travel. Last so keep on. Oh. Those sounds.
Okay, not necessarily those sounds.
Yeah.
So there's a man.
Yeah, where you touch the walls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're busy with the walls.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Shite your mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shite your mate. Ikuta no bonda lo ayo.
And then there's the one
where you go straight into the hole.
Yeah, stranger to the water.
So that's my question.
Oh, that's the sound you're talking about.
Yeah.
So which one? Me?
Which one are you?
Me, I prefer to be silent.
And Nami, I like it. Ikuta no bonda lo ayo.
Oh, Shaiba did.
Hey, London no bonda no. Mara yazi ninking. I risk no bonda lo ayo ne. Yenza lento le ukuthi sometimes when you share my drops around.
Ninking. Boy, trigonometry.
I don't know. I think it depends on the mood.
I know you make it sound wrong. I don't know.
I don't know. Depends on when I'm bored. I just try my whole. I'm like,
on this cat to shastri.
Like when I just wanna get it done and over with, I'm like, straight. But when I'm bored, I'm bored and killing Lini. I got there and I try to play and I'm like, let me see which one will drip faster. I share this one and then I share that one. I share the one on top and I share it. It depends.
Just to summarize, to our female listeners, that is why there's pee on the toilet seat.
Oh yes, on public toilet seats.
The public toilet seats. So you let the record.
Do you use public toilet seat? Hey, but that's another topic. Yeah?
No, hold on. Go public toilet seat. Don't you guys go to urinals?
I prefer urinals.
Yeah, I go to urinals, Nami. But
I don't prefer urinals.
I have a phobia against the normal toilets.
Yeah.
I had a very bad experience growing up. Yeah, no.
Or maybe wow.
Yeah. No.
What happened? What's the experience?
So I used to be in a primary school where kids take shits, guys. Kids take shits and
block my toilet.
They block shit. They don't flush. My nigga, I had to stand that environment for 7 years. That kind of experience.
Damn, dog.
Whereby people were taking shits all over, dog, and it got me to a point where I just said, you know what, public toilets, I just go.
Damn, fuck it.
Urinal straight. I don't go anywhere else.
Complicate shit.
No pun intended. You don't want to complicate shit. Shit is for that.
No, that's cool. That's nice. But yeah, I was telling you my thing with the urinal is that the reason I don't like urinals and I don't use urinals is because urinals are very sexually transmitted. So if a nigga with a drop gets to a urinal in pee, right, and you come next, right, and you pee in the very same urinal, you are most likely gonna catch the very same drop the nigga had.
Definitely.
And now you are there, need to explain to yourself or your woman, or go to in a drop, and then it's like, wait a minute, where did you find this shit? And now you don't know where it is. So,
but it makes sense.
Yeah, previous experience, something like that happened to me. So now I'm just basically not a urinal person.
I do public toilets, but sometimes. But I prefer we shy palin. Just get a corner, hide yourself fast.
I can't pee like in public like that. I honestly can't do it.
Like that?
I can't.
Mina masang tagiwe. Mina.
When I'm not tagiwe,
how do I start out here? In the middle.
When I feel like no tagiwe.
I love you.
Part of the problem is
this one, I think when he's drunk, this one, when he's drunk with a girl, they can do it in public.
Well,
you've done it before. Experience. Estratine.
This year.
Okay. Anyway, that is our podcast. My name is DJ Kwame. I love you and leave these idiots to their whole entire thing. The LB wasn't here, but he was here in voice note spirit. That is the international melanin. My name is DJ Kwame _SA on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram. It's the Kitchen Podcast _20.
Yes.
And you can also send us your question on 071
575
9895
Bobo.
That's the number. We work well together, man.
Yeah,
and then nobody said things on
Kosha.
Nobody said yo.
No, uthela phela kumela makancane kahle.
Hayi mama mayare. Thank you very much for tuning in, man. We appreciate each and every subscription. Let the view goes up.
Stinga my view. Ngisayiphinda before we close. Views. Nothing beats views.
6
views.
6
views.
6
views. Tanga still to shine number, okay? Check out the podium. Views. 6.
Let me tell you something nice. Something that's weird that happened. How long did you go?
I can cut.
First you're gonna cut his robbery story. Okay. By the way, cut that shit out.
Please cut it.
Cut that shit out.
Cut the shit.
This nigga talks about robbing people and robbing houses with confidence. I'm like, what the fuck? What podcast are we on?
After that, we're investigating case.
That's one.
Which township?
I forgot the other one.
We have 57.
They cut the one and me entering.
Yes, and then cut the other one.
Lips.
Yeah, it's fine. Cut that shit out.
I know my niggas forgot.
No, we did. We were still.
It's great.
These guys, if the girl says, you know when a girl says, aren't you coming? That was on me.
I'll be the life of the party. I'll be the life of the party. I'm nice, I call it. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Hey, I get it started. I'll be the life of the party. I'll be the life of the party. I'm nice, I call it. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Girls look so foreign. Sauced up and I'm pouring. Hey, I'll be the life of the party. I'm nice.